Hello everyone, I am Kaiju Cooper and I'm very excited for today's video. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers masterpiece Optimus Prime. Yes, the masterpiece figure. The very first masterpiece figure to ever be released and the first masterpiece figure of Optimus Prime. And I gotta say, first impressions, I've had this guy for a little bit, but you know, he's an amazing figure. He is pretty old. I think he's around 20 years old. So, yeah, I did get him mint in box, but that hasn't stopped a few issues from happening with the figure. Because, well, for one, his paint is really old, so it's a bit flaky and it chips. As you can see, there's a couple paint chips all over the figure here. Nothing too bad yet, but I am afraid on how it's going to hold up over time. So, something to watch out for if you're going to get this figure. And yeah, we're just going to go over everything, including the box. Now, the box here is pretty damaged, but we'll still take a look at it. You get a nice open window here, nice little pedestal that the box is sat on top of. Advertisement for Transformers the movie. And it tells you all the accessories this guy comes with. Same on the other side. Not only that, you get some really nice product shots of both modes here on the back. And it advertises his pretty disappointing talking bass. So, let's just get that out of here. Now, let's quickly go over his articulation. You get a ball joint at the head. Can look up pretty far. Can't look down really at all. Nice clicky waist swivel here. You get rotating arms, and that pulls out so you can hinge it up and inwards, if that will work. There you go. Although one problem with this arm is that it's a bit loose, just a bit wiggly. You get a bicep swivel, elbow, the hands, individually articulated fingers, which is really nice. Thumb is on a ball joint. Coming to the legs, all of these side skirts move up, so I'm just going to move all of these out so we can get a nice look at the leg articulation. Legs kick that far and go back that far, so pretty good articulation there. Beautiful spread. Put all the side skirts down, you get thigh swivels on both sides. This one is a lot tighter than this one. Double jointed knee, really nice. Got some very heavy calves because they're made out of die-cast metal. I'm sorry, shins, die-cast metal. Same with the whole chest region here is also made of die-cast metal. And you do get a little bit of foot articulation, mostly up and down, and a slight pivot, not that good of a pivot. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for articulation. Highly posable figure, but you know, pretty much just modern articulation standards at this point. But for the time, I gotta say, this would have blown your mind out of the water. I gotta say, definitely for the 2000s, this was the best interpretation, or I mean, best figure of Optimus Prime to exist. So yeah, now for all of his gimmicks, which I have a lot of fun with. First gimmick, actually, is all of these moving pistons. When you move certain parts of them, those pistons will move as well. That looks really nice there. Same with one on the inner elbow. Coming to the hand here, there's also some extra detail that gets revealed when you move that. You get real nice moving pistons here in the knee, lots of them. You come to the ankle, that goes up and down whenever you move his foot. So yeah, coming to the head here, it is a very, very nice looking head sculpt. Incredibly accurate, and I mean, it just looks really nice. There is a button on the back of the head right there. All you want to do is press that down and his mouth plate moves, meaning you can make him talk. I am Optimus Prime! Yeah, so there's that. He holds together pretty solidly, kind of his legs, sadly. His legs are pretty floppy, but that's because they're made of metal. When you push down on his feet, those little vents there flare out. It's pretty cool. And coming to the arm here, So at the arm, see this little panel here, and that flips open. Come on, man. And there he can talk to Megatron. Very nicely painted keypad there. Pretty sweet. He has another one on this side. Take a look in there, and that is Grimlock. Nicely painted keypad. Close that up. And yeah, that is pretty much all the... Oh wait, yeah, we get the Matrix, but that's technically an accessory, so I guess we'll just move into the accessories now. What you want to do is you want to open these very nice metal chest plates and flip up this extra panel there. And there is a Matrix of Leadership, very nicely painted and sculpted. And you might notice this little switch here. What you want to do, push that back. Oh man, it's acting up again. I got new batteries in there, but it was a little bit corroded, so it does have troubles working sometimes. Don't think I'll be able to get it fixed for this review, but if you want to take it out, that is pretty hard to do. You can try and get your nails in there, or just, you know, use your fingers, but much easier way I know is that you want to do this. You want to sort of transform him just a little bit. Flip down these side parts. And this will let you remove the whole thing here. And it looks like it wasn't attached properly. So I'm just gonna let this guy rest here for a second. I'm gonna put everything back into its place. And this is the Matrix chamber. This is how you replace the batteries. So maybe if it wants to, there you go. Now, of course, it is having some trouble, but that is a really, really nice light there. And of course, you can remove the Matrix. And it is very nicely painted and sculpted, and you can even open it. And of course, the light still works in there. I don't know why you just want a light in his chest, but hey, you can do that if you want. So he can hold the Matrix. It's a bit of a scramble to get him to do it, but I guess I'll do it on camera. Just get his thumbs in the handles there and close his fingers. And there you go, holding the Matrix. Of course, not the best pose you could get out of that, but not really wanting to struggle with that right now. So yeah, and I guess I will try to get this in his chest and actually get it to work. There's a tiny little switch there. That's what activates the whole thing. So simply all you want to do to put it back in is you want to make sure it lines up and just sort of, you kind of got to brute force it in there. You could do it while he is still all disassembled, and the light is screwing with me again. Alright, but you kind of just got to force the Matrix back in, and that's that. He also comes with this blue and silver gun. I know, kind of a weird color scheme. I know other versions of the figure had a black gun, but this is the 20th anniversary edition, so whatever. He does hold it not very well, I might add. You close his fingers around it. And there he has a very loose grip because he also has a very loose wrist. I'm sure if you are patient, you can get him to hold it a little bit better than I am. But his fingers just don't have enough reach, and it doesn't tab into the hand, which makes it pretty annoying to try and get him to hold it. I mean, he's holding it pretty well right now. These figures always do exactly what I want them to do on camera, but take that out of the hand, and he also get this Megatron pistol. All of these attachments are removable as well, but you can get this into his hand by sliding that down. Opening his hand, just sort of popping it in there, and he holds this way better, and it doesn't look that bad either. So Optimus can go pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. Leave a like and a comment if you get that reference. So yeah, you can have him hold that gun and just violently murder Decepticons. Anyway, he has an axe, so you want to flip the thumb back into that position, close all of his fingers, and come here and pop that open, push his hand in, close that back up and plug in his Energon axe, which a bit finicky sometimes, and that looks really, really nice. I love the way it looks. The translucent orange plastic is really nice, and you know, I mean, it just looks good. So you can have him with his axe if you want. Pretty sweet. And yeah, you do get a swivel there, but to open it back up, you simply gotta pop that into there, pop this out, and just push his fist back out. And so that is almost all the accessories except for this disappointing talking base. So there's the base right there. And it does have this,
transform and roll.
And it does have this really nice matrix on it and these pipes on the side. Very nice. You get some nice grate detailing, you know, as in like a grate. Pretty sweet looking. Really like the way it looks. Pretty cool. You can stand on it, obviously. It doesn't peg into it at all, but you can just have him stand there. The best way to have this guy displayed. And let's just go through these weird voice lines.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
So obviously that's not his voice actor. It's just a different guy. They got the janitor to do their best Optimus Prime impression. Sounds better than my Optimus Prime impression, at least.
I want you to make a special run to Autobot City. Megatron must be stopped. All we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.
And then some transformation sounds, which are pretty cool. Very crisp sounding. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the talking base. And now onto the vehicle mode. So what you want to do, first come to the hands, open both of those panels up, and make sure you get his hands into that position again. Close that back up. Same on the other side. Make sure they're pushed all the way in. Then you want to come to the leg here, flip that out, tab the legs together, and then come to the feet here, flip that panel out, bring it down and turn it around, flip that down, fold that little heel up, flip that up, flip that around. It'll go all the way around. God. There we go. Comes all the way down. Flip that down. And then you want to grab on these gas tanks here, and they act as switches. So you can sort of just push down onto that. Swivel this whole thing around and open up his chest here. Fold his antenna down. What you want to do is you want to take this grill out and pop this whole section if I go upwards. But before you do that, you got to make sure these are flipped out so you don't cause anything to pop out. You're going to bring that all the way up and then fold these sides down. Oh, and then look at that little panel came off. Thankfully, that's a friction hinge, so that will just pop back on. Do the same with this other side here. As you flip that down, you want to flip them around like so. And then grab this, flip these up first, actually. And then you want to flip that up, pull this whole thing out, and make sure this slides around like that, so where it's facing right down the middle. Do your best and fold this whole thing down. It is willing to. My goodness. There we go. Then flip that grill up and plug in the bumper. You'll have another grill up there. Close these chest windows. Actually, fold the head in. My apologies. I got that mixed up. Fold the head in. Close that back part, and then you want to flip up this little panel there. Then you close his chest windows, flip these out, and then bring the arms to the sides. Sort of just line them up into there and push, tab that into the headlight section there. Same on the other side. And now you're left with a pretty good looking truck mode. And we're just gonna go ahead and bring the camera down for this. And this is a great looking truck mode here. I really like the way it looks. It's very solid, holds together nicely. And those rubber wheels let it roll nicer than any other Transformer you will probably ever have. Like I said, holds together really nicely. And I know the truck looks a bit weird at the front. Something about it I just love so much. It feels nostalgic to me, even though this figure is older than I am. It just looks really nice. Something about the truck. Although the truck bed is a bit unsightly. Look at those feet just hanging off the end there. It's not the end of the world. So, great looking truck mode and a great figure overall. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, although these chest panels don't always line up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. And this is probably my favorite Transformers figure ever. Bye-bye. Oh, like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Sayonara.